Everyone's talking about Chelsea, but no one knows what the hell they're talking about. So let me educate you. Let's talk about the misconceptions on Chelsea right now. First of all, I heard that Maresca was a bad manager. I had to listen to that. I had to listen to the fact that Cole Palmer was a one season wonder. I had to listen to Moises Caicedo is a waste of money. Enzo Fernandez is a waste of money. I had to listen to Mark Cucurella isn't good enough. So, as someone who sat here and defended 90% of those thoughts, I just want to let you know that Chelsea are shining right now. And we're coming for everybody. Everybody. We're coming for everybody. Okay. Now let's talk about the misconceptions on Chelsea's transfer plans because that's the subject right now. 55 million for Jamie Gins, 50 million for João Pedro. How do I feel about those signings? Well, first of all, what you have to understand is that for a while now, for about 2-3 years, we've been working on something called a transfer policy. And in this transfer policy, we get players that fit within a project and a style that we are trying to build at Chelsea Football Club. Now, would I have liked to sign a superstar name like Osimhen? Of course I would, because I think what Osimhen offers is a home run in the Premier League. But the problem is that he's asking for 400,000 a week, and with our new transfer policy, our new signing policy, he doesn't fit within that structure. A lot of Chelsea fans are upset about this, or they haven't educated themselves on what the structure is, the wage structure, and why we're doing it and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you're uneducated about it, please lower your tone when you have an opinion because you're not even in the right place to talk. Secondly, on top of that, I just want to say also that you just have to get behind what this project is at this point. I feel like it's been a rough couple years, but if you really look at it for pound, the season we just had proved that we are moving in the right direction. The Club World Cup up to now is proving that we are moving in the right direction. And I think I've been seeing it for a long time, not gonna lie. This is the difference between me and a lot of people because I can see within the file. A lot of people just see the file. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like most people that comment on Chelsea are casuals. That's what I've realized. Most people that comment on Chelsea are casuals. Don't let that go over your head, especially in the media as well. That's why there's all this confusion. Do you get me? But like to someone like me who's been here, and I can show you tweets from 2023 that knew I was moving in this direction. Someone who told everyone that Cole Palmer was going to be special. Someone who told everyone that Moises Caicedo was baby Kante when he was playing in 2024. Someone that told everyone that Mark Cucurella's a lockdown defender. I'd just like to say people need to humble their tones just a little bit. Now let's talk about the new signings. Liam Delap, 30 million. The options at a certain point were Liam Delap, Sesko, Ekitike. My number one choice in that free power would have been Liam Delap. I promise you. I'm not saying this in hindsight. That was my thinking beforehand. I didn't think we was actually going to get him because I thought we moved too late. But when you're a big club, you're a big club. So Liam Delap said no to Man United and whoever else. He's over here. Now, I'll tell you this. From when I first researched Liam Delap, I knew he was better than Jackson. I don't understand why it's like people live in this world so wide, they want to see, he has to prove it, mate. Stop overthinking things. Like, bro, like, great footballers are great footballers. We need to stop overthinking sometimes. I watched Liam Delap. He just understands the game of football better than Nicholas Jackson. That's simple as that. And I've already seen at the Club World Cup in 3 or 4 games that we're going in a much better direction if you just have Liam Delap. I promise you. Jackson's not going to get to that point, and we just have to accept it for what it is. I still think Liam Delap has some rawness to him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he does have to improve, of course. But being around this team, this formation, this manager, this system, this vibration, this club, bro, what happens is that players ascend. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I don't know why people keep looking at the institution of Chelsea like we're some minuscule thing. Like, oh, we need to be signing the names that like the whole world knows. Otherwise, it's not a good signing. Mate, stop it. Stop it. I believe in Joe Shields. I believe in Sam Jewell, Paul Winstanley. I'm not saying they've got all things right, but I've seen them make decisions that we would have never made under the past management, aka Cole Palmer, aka Moises Caicedo. We would never get these guys because what happens is these guys go on to different clubs before they come to us. They get a big name, and then we have to spend 100 million, 125 million on buying them instead of buying them before they're at their peak, where they can grow for 1 or 2 years and they become those players. When we're buying them for less of the price, it's actually genius. It's actually the same transfer policy that they have at Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world, and Paris Saint Germain, the current um, Champions League winners. So I just think people need to be careful when they talk about Chelsea. Lower their tone. You don't know too much about Chelsea. You think you know so much, but you don't, and you don't really know football that much. You see me, I'll tell you this, and I'm not even. Let's just keep it a hundo, yeah. Football is not just a sport or a game, bro. There's a spiritual element to it. So I believe I'm able to see in the chaos with a lot of these things. And you have to imagine these players that we're talking about when you're talking about Bino Gittins or when you're talking about Jao Pedro. You can't just look at them and say, well, this is what they did at Brighton. This is how they played there. So, oh, this is what they're bringing to Chelsea. Okay, yes, they are going to bring that skill set, but also we have a different system, a different style that's going to allow them to use the best of their abilities. They're playing with top tier talent around them. Top tier talent around them. Let me tell you something right now. This is a stone cold fact. Anybody that plays with Cole Palmer, anybody in the history of football that plays with Cole Palmer is better because you're playing with Cole Palmer. That's the kind of player Cole Palmer is. I don't know why people are not looking at him like he's not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Like Cole Jermaine Palmer, he's the point guard. He's the point guard. And if you play with the point guard, who's the best point guard in the game, you're better just because you're playing with him. That's a fact. Anyway, let's talk about Bino Gittins first and foremost. Bino Gittins, 20 years old, 21 years old from Dortmund. Do I think he's worth 55 million? He's probably not worth 55 million. But what you have to understand is that unfortunately, the market price and all of this stuff is not something we can control. And in order to get the target we want, sometimes we have to pay more because people know we're Chelsea and people are going to try and do what they can do. So they tried to reject it at first, and then they came back to the transfer because they realized that it's no point not getting our number one target and going to get Garnacho when that's not what we want. So they get Gittins. Anyway, I done my research on Gittins. I'm telling you right now, Gittins, lightning quick. Lightning quick. You can't teach pace. This guy has pace. He's speed. If you want to talk about speed, Jamie Bino Gittins has speed. He's got quick feet. He can go either way. He can shoot with both feet. And the thing about him that I feel like is going to be the best thing about him, especially in our system with a number 10 like Cole Palmer, is he's going to get himself into actions where he just gets to hunt the opportunity to score. And he's a hungry player, bro. Like, he's always looking for the angle to shoot. Do you get me? The difference, and this is why I feel like Sancho, like, right? Sancho would seek those positions, but he didn't have ruthlessness. He didn't have ruthlessness. He didn't really want to shoot. Do you know what I mean? He didn't really have that intent. It's like Jadon Sancho plays like he wants the best opportunity possible to unveil itself. So he overcomplicates it. It's too many touches. It's too many dribbles. It's a pass when it should be a shot. It's a shot when it should be a pass. It's just. You get what I'm saying? He's just too passive. He's too passive. You don't have that with Bino Gittins. Bino Gittins got dynamite in his feet. He's lightning quick. He wants to get in the position to shoot. He's creating the angle to shoot. He's deadly. He makes decisions quickly. I'm telling you. And they did some research which suggests that Jamie Bino Gittins has actually had the second best season as a touchline winger last season in terms of dribbles completed in each game. And Mbappe was the only person who's higher than him. Yamal was third. So, okay, yes, this is my thing. I understand why people keep screaming Liao and all these names because these are the names that you hear, even a Rodrigo. But the truth and reality is, just because these people are in a position where their names are more famous, that doesn't mean that they're better fits or better players. Especially with a Rafael Liao, like, bro, this isn't FIFA. There's too many people who talk about Chelsea and football who think it's FIFA. You just plug in a player like Liao and say, oh, his name, and he's got 8.4 rating on FIFA. So just play him left wing. Why would you get Gittins, mate? Rafael Leao, he doesn't work hard off the ball. He has major problems about his character. No, this is just facts. It's whatever. This is a player who struggled to make 10 goals in the Serie A for years on years on years. Don't sit here and tell me that Rafael Leao is some gift to God, mate. Stop it. You get me? So I believe that at this moment in time, Chelsea has the best recruitment process it's ever had. And it's getting players to match what we're trying to build at Chelsea, players that match Maresca's system. And I see that. I see that in Bino Gittins already. I don't need to see him play. I can just, do you get what I mean? And then I listen to his interviews. I get an understanding of his character. He seems like a humble guy, seems focused, reminds me of like a Joshua Champong type character. That's a good person for the locker room. You don't know about these things here. I know you don't know about these things here. These people just be speaking on the internet. It's crazy. Now let's talk about João Pedro. Oh my god. I'm so shocked that we got João Pedro. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. And I think João Pedro is a player who can play in multiple positions for Chelsea. He can play in that left wing space. He's that left wing 10 hybrid, and he can also play up top. Now, what that means for the implications of certain other players, that's a whole nother topic. Because I think at a certain point as well, he could be a backup striker option. Just completely a backup striker, backup tempo option. And when I say backup, I mean fighting for your position. Because we're going to get a lot of games, we're going to have a lot of minutes, and we need a big squad. So I think João Pedro is a great addition. And honestly, I just think he's a Chelsea player. Like when you just look at João Pedro, there's something about it now. He's a Chelsea player. You just go, that's a Chelsea player. He's got that swagger. He's got that aura. He's got that character. You get me? He was at the Emirates and he was causing havoc. I love that. I love when players cause havoc at the Emirates because I don't like them boy there. And João Pedro doesn't like them boy there. And Pedro Neto doesn't like them boy there. So now they go watch out for two Pedros. And I like that. Anyway, João Pedro, another player. He's direct. When we talk about a Sancho, for example, or we talk about a Nicholas Jackson and Nkunku, the problem of all three of those guys, how talented they are, they just lack that killer instinct. That's what I would say. They lack that killer instinct. They lack that heart. They lack that spirit where they want to influence the game. They want to have that moment, especially in a big occasion. I don't look at any three one of those three and say, nah, that's that guy there. Nope. Nope. João Pedro's one of those guys. Even if you look at him like he's a superstar or not, João Pedro is one of those guys. He wants to inflict damage. He wants to be the man who gets the moment. And that characteristic at a club like Chelsea only helps you shine. Only helps you shine. You don't have to be the main man. If you have that characteristic, you do well at Chelsea. You do well at Chelsea, aka Pedro Neto. Do you get me? He's got that. He's got that same, you know what I mean, swagger. So I like the João Pedro signing, and I think it's a shrewd signing. I think he's physical. He can deal with the Premier League. He's prem proven. Another person, versatility. He's a goal scorer to me, and I like that signing. I like that signing. I like that signing of João Pedro, and I like it much more than I would have if I had Kudos or if I had another guy like Xavi Simmons. Nice players, but man, get me João Pedro. I'll take João Pedro, man. Literally. Yeah. Next, I want to talk about the Club World Cup and how it's going. It's going well. Um, Definitely see that Maresca's making a lot of decisions based on the fact that he doesn't have all the players at his vicinity. But man, I think semi-finals minimum at this point. We got Palmares next, and that is a beautiful just piece of history there because we're about to play against our star boy, Estevo. Estevo. You want to know the difference between someone who actually understands how good this guy is and someone who doesn't understand this guy and just comments online and stuff. If they say his name as Estavo Willian, they don't watch him. If you know him, you know his name is Estevo. And I'll tell you about Estevo. Special player. Special player. High IQ. Like, you see, football is an art. I'm telling you right now. Football is an art. And Estavo he's somebody that is going to go down in the history of one of the best painters in the game. That's how he sees the game. He's like Van Gogh. He's like Picasso. Some guys just view the game like Jackson, for example. He's just your common painter. You can go down your local paint, sipping paint. You might find Nicholas Jackson there. That's the type of artist that Jackson is. No disrespect. He's got other great characteristics, but he's not an artist. Where you have Estevo, and I'm telling you, Estevo, he's Van Gogh, bro. I've seen it. I've watched it. I've watched him versus Brazil, Colombia. I stayed up this first time I watched him. I watched the Inter Miami game. I watched the game against Porto. I've seen it. I'm telling you now, Estavo Willian, See, they got me saying it now. Estevao. When Estevo's on that right wing, into that right wing 10 position, I'm telling you now, this is a future Hall of Fame type player, bro. This is a special talent. And to see him play against Chelsea, I don't think he's gonna have the greatest of game because unfortunately he's gonna up against the best left back in the world. But he's gonna have his moments. He's gonna show it. But yeah, ultimately we gotta be winning this game. There's no doubt about it. We gotta be winning this game, and we gotta move on to the semi-finals where we're gonna probably see either Man City or who's our team? Man City or I can't remember who Inter Milan. Inter Milan or Man City. Al Hilal, if they could pull off a shock against Man City, don't see it happening. And yeah, man, I think at this point, minimum is semis. Caicedo's obviously banned for the next game though. So, but to see Lavia and Enzo in there, I'm okay with it. Jao Pedro might even get some minutes. Can you imagine that? Jao Pedro might get minutes on Friday. He just signed. Anyway, man, I like what's going on at the moment at Chelsea. And yeah, man, I'm just happy. I'm happy with Maresca, number one. I'm happy with Maresca. I think he is the man. Sometimes does make decisions that whatever, but when you give him his full squad, I think he gets to the making the right decisions. He showed me that. The board, I'm happy with Blueco. I'm happy with this board. I think people have said a lot, but I actually think we're in a good position, and I think it's a positive situation to be in right now. It's a new Chelsea. It's an exciting Chelsea, and I think by the end of this window, a few more additions, a goalkeeper, maybe probably another centre back as well that we're sure of, and a special signing that I have in mind. I'm not going to say it yet because whatever, but I think there's another special signing, and he's going to be a left wing 10. I'm not going to say his name, but just remember I said he's a left wing 10, and it's going to be a cold season. So let's just stay positive and up the Chelsea, man.